Have you been lucky enough to score an invitation to a Mexican family dinner for Christmas? You're in for a treat, mi amigo, literally, yeah, because in this video you will find out the ins and outs of Mexican Christmas food and drinks. Also, if you decide to throw a Mexican influenced Christmas dinner, in this video today you will find out what to make and what to buy. Lo único que les pido es que, por favor, no olviden invitarme. I'm Spring Spanish Paulísima, and let's start with the mains. Platos fuertes. Pavo relleno. El pavo es el rey de la cena de Navidad. Antes de que mis compatriotas se quejen de que no incluí en este video los platillos de su estado, here's a little disclaimer. Mexico is huge. So our foods and traditions, well, they vary from state to state. The foods and drinks that I've included in this video are mainly from Central Mexico. They're the type of foods and drinks that I grew up having, when I was a little child in Cancun. Yeah, I know that Cancun is not Central Mexico, it's actually Southeast Mexico, but but the food is from the center. Como les iba diciendo, el pavo es el rey de la cena de Navidad, o al menos lo es en mi familia. Unlike Thanksgiving turkey, the stuffing in the Mexican version of stuffed turkey is not made with bread, but with meat. Miren nada más qué belleza. Here's a great chunk of Spanish to learn when you're invited to a Mexican dinner. ¿Le ayudo? You use this when you're talking to somebody that's older than you. How do we know that? Well, because we're using the pronoun le and not te. But don't think too much about this because it's very hard to memorize rules and try to apply them when you're speaking. We don't do this at Spring Languages. Instead, we use conversation-based chunking, a system that allows people to speed their way into fluency. To learn more about it and download a free copy of our Essential Spanish Chunking Kit, check the description, there's a link there, click it, get your copy now. Continuemos. So you're sitting at the table and the head of the family is about to cut the turkey. You could say, ¿le ayudo a servir el pavo? O, ¿le ayudo a servir el relleno? Número 2. Pierna. El siguiente plato fuerte que seguramente encontrarás en una cena navideña mexicana es la pierna. Es pierna de cerdo. Usually it is marinated with chilies and spices. Yep. Since you're a guest, you're free to ask about every delicious item that, you're looking at. How do we do this? Learn this. ¡Ay, eso se ve muy rico! ¿Qué es? Practiquemos. Ah, eso se ve muy rico. ¿Qué es? Pierna. ¿Te sirvo? Número 3. Bacalao. Bacalao o bacalao a la vizcaína. Es un platillo hecho con bacalao, tomate, aceitunas, alcaparras, cebolla, chiles güeros. Children usually don't like this dish. Mejor, más para nosotros. A mí me encanta el bacalao, especialmente en un sándwich. I think you might love it too, so learn the following chunk of Spanish to ask for more. ¿Me puedes servir más bacalao, por favor? ¿Me puedes servir más? ¿Me puedes servir más pavo, por favor? ¿Me puedes servir más relleno, por favor? Do stay until the end to learn what Christmas drink got me drunk for the very first time in my life. Número 4. Pozole. Pozole is a soup made with hominy and meat. It could be pork or chicken. Se sirve con rábanos, cebolla, lechuga, aguacate, limón, orégano, chilito. En mi familia cenamos pozole no en Navidad, sino en Año Nuevo. El pozole es mi comida favorita. Since pozole is served with plenty of garnishing, you should learn this phrase. Me pasas, me pasas. ¿Me pasas la cebolla, por favor? ¿Me pasas los limones, por favor? ¿Te está gustando este video? Si es así, suscríbete al canal. Ándale, ahorita, suscríbete. Ahí. Número 5. Tamales. I'm pretty sure you know about this dish made with corn dough and meat. But I bet that you didn't know that actually tamale is not a word. Yeah, actually when it's just one piece, it's not called tamale. It's called tamal. Yeah, un tamal, dos tamales. ¿De qué son los tamales? De salsa verde con pollo. Número 6. Romeritos. Esta receta es 100% del centro de México. It's a dish made with sprigs of sweet seaweed. It's a sort of wheat. Seaweed, yeah. Which is boiled and cooked with mole sauce, and it's seasoned with dehydrated shrimp. También lleva nopales y papas. Y la verdad es que a mí no me encanta. Very important. I've said this before because I truly mean it. Mexicans can get very sensitive about their food. So if you're going to reject a dish that you're not crazy about, you have to do it, you have to be sensitive about it. Yeah, sensitive or sensible. But you have to be careful. This is a pro tip. If you blame your lack of enthusiasm about a certain dish to the fact that you are super excited, to have another dish, you're in the clear. ¿Eso qué es? Perdón. Son romeritos. Están riquísimos. ¿Te sirvo? Un poquitititito, por favor. Es que estoy dejando espacio para la ensalada de manzana. Crisis avoided. B. Side dishes. Ensalada rusa. Ensalada rusa, it's a Latin American interpretation of the Russian Olivier salad. En mi familia la hacemos solo con papas, zanahorias, chícharos, mayonesa y chiles en vinagre. Sí, dessert. Ensalada de manzana. Este postre le encanta a mis hermanas. Lleva manzanas, crema, nueces, leche condensada, pasitas, durazno y ya. Y uvas. Hey, I love talking about food, and the last time I made a video about food too, it seemed like you guys liked it too. Let me know in the comments if you would like us at Spring Spanish to make more videos like that. Buñuelos. This is like a churro, but flat. Check it out. A mí, la verdad, casi no me gustan, pero a mucha gente sí. It's like a disc made of this like crunchy dough that is then covered with this syrup that has cinnamon and is like super sweet. Next dessert is... I'm joking. There's no more desserts. What? ¿Por qué, Paulísima? ¿Por qué? Well, I'm pretty sure that there are more desserts. I'm pretty sure that some families order like some sort of like Christmas cake. But Mexican food and, in general, Latin American food is just, not known for its desserts. I mean, yeah, we like them and we have them, but they're like supporting characters, not the main character at all in the Christmas feast. What do you think about desserts in Latin America? Let me know in the comments. Drink! Ponche. El ponche de frutas navideño. It is a hot infusion that is usually made in large quantities. Lleva caña de azúcar, ciruelas, manzanas, guayabas, tejocote, tamarindo, jamaica, piña y va sazonado con piloncillo y canela. And just like punch in the US can be spiked, well, we do that with ponche too, and we call it piquete. Paulísima, ¿quieres ponche? ¿Tiene piquete? Sí, entonces sí quiero. Sidra. La sidra, la famosa sidra. Apple cider. In Latin America, cider is a big part of the end of the year festivities. When I was 15, I got drunk on cider. I had like 3 glasses and I completely lost it. My sisters had to shower me with cold water. It was horrible, horrible! Now you know everything about Mexican Christmas food and drinks, but what about other traditions surrounding Christmas? Let Spring Spanish teacher Cory tell you all about it in the next part of this lesson. Just click the image on your screen to continue the lesson.